Working in a family. Well, we tend to think of these little tiny families like husband, wife, maybe the kids. I'm going to encourage us to think bigger, broader, wider, deeper, longer, because when it comes to dementia, we actually need a village. We're going to need many people in many ways in order to have a rich, full life. So, grandkids, great grands, neighbors, friends, maybe former spouses, maybe people we know from the faith community, maybe someone from work, maybe someone from a social setting, and maybe someone from a hobby. We want to look beyond what we think of as traditional family because we have lots of possibilities about how we might build a network of connection that's going to support all of us through this. And I will tell you that frequently, grandkids can get grandparents to do things that kids can't get parents to do, and that spouses can't get the other to do. But then sometimes spouses can get people to do things that nobody else can. Let me say again that sometimes a medical provider can get somebody to do something, and sometimes they can't. Sometimes it's a four-legged family member, dog, cat, or maybe one that swims or flies. We tend to think in very concrete terms when we think about caring and how care is provided and how we support someone living with dementia. But I'm going to have you take your blinders off and see possibilities far beyond what you currently see. We are so busy hiding the dementia, hiding from the dementia, being scared of it, that we miss opportunities to build connections and build the richness of life so that I get a break, you get a break, she gets a break. We have experience that light up synapses and cause brains to fire up and get excited and interested in living life, that we may see something with someone that we would never anticipate had been there, because there's an opportunity and a possibility we would never have considered unless we were with someone doing something that we wouldn't have thought the person would enjoy. But it turns out when they were 10, they did something similar. And suddenly someone's dancing, someone's singing, someone's smiling, someone's moving, someone's still. The only way we'll ever figure it out is when we're open to the possibility of family beyond family and not being so worried that someone might notice the dementia. So what if they do? It's everywhere. We tend to think we're the only ones going through this, but in fact, try it out. Say, have you ever met anybody who's living with dementia? Oh, yeah. And you're going to find there's a lot of dementia in the world around us. We just tend to be so concerned about the person we care about that we're busy trying to control it instead of connect. And it turns out there are support groups out there as well for people living with dementia and those supporting them. And maybe that's your new family. I'm not sure what you're going to discover, but I can almost guarantee you there are more possibilities than you think there are. But there won't be if your brain says there aren't. So if you're willing, give yourself a chance to think beyond the obvious and be willing to try something a little different. And you may discover, wow, that's amazing.